Alright, I'm going to show you how to spackle up a wall right now. You see we got this little hole right here. I have my putty knife. I have spackle on the putty knife. So I'm just going to take it, put it right in. I put it right in over here. It fills the hole up. And then I'm going to put the putty knife on it, and then I'm going to rub it real hard on the wall to make a flat surface. So that hole is filled up. We're going to let the hole, as you can see, that hole is filled up, and then I made the surface pretty much flat and smooth. So we're going to let the spackle dry. Then I'm going to take a medium sandpaper, go over it with the medium sandpaper. Then once I'm done with the medium sandpaper, I'm going to take a fine sandpaper and go over it. And that's how we're going to rock. We got another hole right here, and pretty much it's the same thing. I still have some putty over here, so I'm just going to use the putty that I had. I'm going to go over it, alright? Now, I'm going to go over it real hard and smooth everything out. Smooth it out. And we'll go ahead and let it dry, and later on we'll sand that out as well. Pretty much that's the game. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is some taping. And the taping is pretty much easy, but you want to be really exact with it. Alright, so right now I'm using my fingers, and I'm judging the edges because I want to get the edge. I don't want to get the wall. Alright, so right now, boom. I think I pretty much caught the edge on the first side, and let me get it on the other side, and boom, we got this one done. So I'm going to take my 5-in-1 tool, got this one done, and I'm just going to zip it along that edge just to get like an airtight seal. Let me move on to the other side, and we're going to continue on with the taping. I don't make long pieces of tape, because with the long pieces of tape you can't get an exact fitting. So right now the same thing, I'm making sure that I'm not putting the tape up against the wall, making sure that I get it along the molding edge, and I'm running my fingers through it. Then now I'm pressing along, and it looks like I got a great fit. Gonna take my 5-in-1 tool, boom, and just kind of like get a airtight seal right there. Now move on to the next side of it, and pretty much it's the same thing, pretty much the same angle of tape, feeling it out, making sure I'm not taping the wall, making sure that I'm taping the molding, okay, because that's very important, that's key. And it looks like I got a great fit on the molding again. Now I'm going to use the 5-in-1 tool, boom. Alright, and basically that's all you're going to do as far as the taping. Alright, I'm going to show you how to do some basic cutting in, some basic edging of the wall. You want to dip your brush into the can. Then when you come up from out of the can, you want to wipe the left side of the brush, quickly flip the brush, and wipe the right side of the brush. You're going to turn the brush around so that all the paint that's in there is going to get held in. Then you're just going to go down the middle and up the middle, down the middle and up the middle. And after you went down the middle a few strokes, you're going to go to the left side of it with the full side of the brush, and then go up and down a little bit. Then you're going to go to the right side of it with the full side of the brush and go up and down. So I used up all the paint that's in here. I'm going to dip into my can again. I'm going to get some more paint, and then I'll continue on with the process. Up and down, up and down. And basically, this is how we edge. I have this really cool edging tool right here. It's really good. You know, you dip it into the paint, then you just run it along the walls, and you get some really clean cuts. So I'm going to go ahead and dip. Alright, got my dip on. So now I'm going to climb up on the ladder over here, and then I'm going to start on this wall. Now I'm just running it along the wall. It's giving me some nice clean coverage. Perfect. Alright, now I'm going to do some more dipping. A nice little tip here is after you dip the edger, get a wet rag and kind of like clean off the tip of the edger so you don't get none on the ceiling. Good stuff here. Excellent. And the beat goes on. Now we're going to go ahead and start painting up the walls. I have my roller, so I'm going to take my roller and dip it into my pan. I'm going to get it nice and saturated. That's the whole idea. You want to get it really saturated, really wet to where you could, hear the paint inside of it. Don't worry if it's too much paint, because you're just going to keep rolling the roller into the pan to even everything out. But you want it to have a nice, healthy coat of paint. Alright, so we got that in. I'm going to put in my stick. I'm gonna get my stick set up here, because the stick helps you, save you a lot of work, because it's going to allow you to cover a lot more areas. And then I'm going to start on the middle of the wall, and I'm going to work my way out, then work my way back this way. So let me just move this thing out of the way here. Alright, so I'm going to start in the middle of the wall, going halfway down, work my way out, then work my way back in, like so. Alright, so I can really feel that I'm getting some good coverage here. Starting in the middle, working my way out, and I'm going to work my way back in. Alright, so far so good. I'm using my eyes to see what the coverage looks like, and the coverage looks pretty good. But where you're going to get your best coverage is when you're working your way back through it. That's really where you're going to get like pretty much the best coverage, once you work your way back through it. And then I'll try to see if it lets me go a little further, but it actually dried up. But so far over here, I got some really good coverage. So basically, I started rolling this way, started rolling this way, started rolling this way. I'm using a satin paint. That's why I'm not trying to roll through the whole thing, because the satin paint has a tendency to get all dried up really quick, and then once it dries up, you don't want the roller picking up, halfway dried paint, because that's just going to stick on the rest of the job. So the coverage looks pretty good over here.